So how did your drug habit start?
Well, I used to knock about with kids who was a lot older than me at school. When I was about 13, my best mate, he had a cousin who was about 3 years above us. So rather than doing the normal sort of things that you do when you're 12 and 13 with your mates, we was knocking about with 15, 16-year-old lads. We got into drinking really early and smoking weed and taking speed over the park. That's how I got into it really. It started at school. Then when I left school, it just carried on. So instead of smoking a little bit of weed and dabbing a bit of speed, I was taking pills and coke.
I think if young people choose to take drugs, then that's their choice really. I think cannabis is obviously a lot less harmful than mainlining heroin.
Well, I think it's a bit overrated. With the use of cannabis being so common, that's okay, I think, as long as you do it occasionally.
So why did you make it a regular thing then?
Basically, because I was in a dead-end job. There was a group of us lads who was in shit jobs, but it was a bit of money. We had spare cash, so we'd go down the pub on a Thursday and we'd just be out till Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and it was just something to do because we had nothing else to do. We had all this spare cash with nothing to spend it on.
So how much money would you spend on your habit then?
It was about 500 to £1,000 a month.
Did you ever get into debt because of your habit?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I'm still paying it off. There's a story when I'd just turned 18 and one of my mates was just less than 18, and he wanted me to get this store card so we could buy a load of clothes on this store card. So I applied for his store card. I got it because I was over 18 and he was under 18, and he gave me the money about a week later, so I was supposed to pay all this money off on the store card so I wouldn't be in any debt for it, and he gave me 300 quid to pay it off, and I just spent it all on coke, and I had a credit card as well, which most of the money I just drew out as cash and spent that on it.
So what made you quit drugs then?
To be honest, I was killing myself. I was in a real state. I was like, it got to a point where sometimes on a Monday I had to ring in work sick because I couldn't even get my trousers on. I was shaking, and part of my nose started to fall apart, the middle of my nose, and I just thought, well, I've got to knock it on the head, so.
Would you say quitting drugs got anything to do with music?
Yeah, it has, yeah, I think it has, because it's given me a direction which I didn't have when I was working in a job that I didn't want to be in, and it's given me a direction and something to do. While I was working in that job, it was almost like I knew I was killing myself, but I couldn't really give a shit because I had nothing to carry on for. I wasn't bothered about what I'd be like when I'm 30 or 40. I never really considered it, but now it's given me a direction and something to do.
Did writing songs help you express anger when it came to drugs?
Yeah, it did. Because before I started writing songs, I'd never done anything like that in my life. I'd never thought about how to express stuff. I thought if I was angry, I'd just go I'd have a fight in the pub. Do you know what I mean? It's and that gave me another way of expressing that I was pissed off about something, rather than just going and kicking somebody in the face or smashing a bottle off somebody's head.
So then how did you get into the band?
Well, when I first learned how to play guitar, I started a band with two of my best mates, and basically I taught them how to play bass and drums, so we weren't up to much, to be honest with you. It was pretty shit. And through my brother, I met Carl, who's the guitarist from the band, and he went on from there. Started there really. I met him through my brother, and in the end we ended up sacking the bass player and the drummer, and we won our second drummer and our third bass player now.
So what would you say your future holds now?
See the band goes. Hopefully my future will be in music, and even if it's not with the band, it'll definitely have something to do with music, maybe even teaching or something like that. But my future's definitely in music. They just make you worse, but I know I'll see your face again.